In my book titled Trending Without a Following, Success is a Must, I wrote a piece, Find a Benchmark. Now, what do I mean by find a benchmark? What I mean is you have to look for someone who has achieved what you want to achieve, and then you can pattern your life in accordance. So finding a benchmark is very important in fulfilling your destiny in life, because it helps you in a form of getting a good association. And finding a good association should make you doubt your doubts and not your beliefs. It makes you see that what you want to achieve is achievable. So finding a benchmark is looking forward to someone who has achieved what you want to achieve. It makes life even better, makes life even much more positive than you can ever imagine. In this segment, I'm going to be discussing quotes from the wise men, great men who have lived the life you want to live, and who have written it down, and who have made quotes that can challenge you, that can inspire you into what you want to become. So I'm going to start with no other than Bishop T.D. Jakes. Now, number one quote: if you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion, for your passion will lead you right into your purpose. Bishop T.D. Jakes. Now, what does this mean? Now, we often look at purpose as if it's something we can pick up from the shelf and then wind it as a magic stick and find purpose and discover purpose and become purposeful. But I think that is not it. And that is what Bishop T.D. Jakes is telling us, that if you can't figure out your purpose, because sometimes purpose is difficult to figure out, it takes time to find purpose. You will be led forth to your purpose by what you become. Purpose is not something you pick up in the shelf. It deals with something you become. So for you to become what your purpose looks like, it's going to take time. It's going to take time to shelve away limited beliefs. It's going to take time to become what you need to become to achieve that purpose for which you have been designed. If you can't figure out your purpose, then you can follow your passion, because your passion will definitely lead you to your purpose. Number two, stop being a prisoner of your past. Become the architect of your future. Robin Sharma. Now, this is very true. You cannot change your past, but guess what? You can design the future that is ahead of you. How do you design your future? Your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are the architect of your future. You can't design your future without employing the services of your conscious mind and subconscious mind. When you know the future you want, then you can design it in your conscious mind. After designing it in your conscious mind, then hold it long enough for it to sink into your subconscious mind. And then your subconscious mind can create it in your experience. So don't worry about your past. You cannot change it. Forgive yourself about your past. You can't do anything about it. Don't let your past hold you, because when you think about your past, what you are simply doing is you are putting your past on your conscious mind, and then it sinks into your subconscious mind, and then you reproduce it again. So that is reproducing failure. You can't change your past, so therefore forgive yourself about your past and leave your past behind. If you ruminate, if you think about your past over and over again, that is what you will become. Because as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Now, the heart the Bible is talking about is not this heart that is breathing. This heart in Hebrew word is called nephesh. And nephesh is interpreted soul. So this heart is not the one the Bible is talking about. The heart the Bible is talking about refers to your core being, of which without you cannot live. That is the meaning of the heart in the Bible. It is not this heart that beats 60 to 100 times per minute. It cannot hear anything. It cannot think anything. So that's why you think that your past is following you. You are the one creating it again. So what you need to do is to let go of your past and then be the architect of your future by designing a new future, writing the new future that you want, and then read it over and over again to yourself. And then you put it in your conscious mind. When it is stored in your conscious mind long enough, your subconscious mind is going to pick it up and produce it in your future as your new requests. Now, number 3. Success is nothing more than few simple disciplines practiced every day. Jim Rohn. This is absolutely true. Success is just simple disciplines that you practice on a daily basis. Now, when you talk about daily basis, that talks about repetition. You need to understand that you are a product of repetition. How do I mean? Your cells, repeated cells, produce your tissue. Your repeated tissues produce your organs. Your repeated organs produce your system. So your core being is wired repeatedly. And that is why whatever you repeat in your conscious mind on daily basis, it becomes a substance. And then it becomes something that your subconscious mind sees as a request and produces it in your life. That is how success is made. So few simple disciplines that you practice on daily basis repeatedly becomes the success that eventually changes your life. That is what Jim Rohn is trying to tell you. And guess what? Failure is also repeated in disciplines that you repeat on daily basis. If you repeat in discipline on daily basis, you will produce failure. It's absolutely true. It is true for success as it is true for failure. You can produce failure in your life. It's a simple logic. By simply practicing indiscipline. Number 4, success means having courage, determination, and the will to become the person you believe you were meant to be. Darren Hardy. I believe this is true. The courage to become what you want to become is very important. So, like I said before, becoming is everything. And to become, you need time because you have to change. You have to change per time. You need time. Simple disciplines per time. Then you begin to change. Your concept, your belief system begins to change. Your convictions begin to change. And as you change, then things around you begin to change as well. There is nothing that pertains to your life that is going to change you from external. That is going to change the trajectory of your life from external. It has to start from within. So if you get this concept, then you will understand that finding yourself is very important, because nothing external is going to change you except you change from within. Success is change from within. That is why it says it's becoming. The courage to become, the determination to become who you need to become is all that is required in life. So success is having the courage and determination to become that which you are meant to become. Number 5, the greatest gift you can ever give another person is your own happiness. Esther Hicks. I believe that is very true. So your happiness is germane. If you can't have happiness in you, you cannot give somebody else. But that is the best gift you can give someone else. And that is why you cannot harbor hate in your mind. Negative thoughts, negative emotions are luxuries you cannot afford. Number 6, when you are grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. Tony Robbins. That is absolutely true. Number 7, change the way you look at things and the things you look at changes. Wayne Dyer. Absolutely true. Guess what? We actually see things the way we are, not exactly the way things are. So that's why somebody can say a cup is half full or half empty. Life is designed inside out. When you begin to change on your inside, the outward appearances of things that you look at will begin to change. The quotes I've shared with you today are from the wisdom of the wise. Please don't let your learning become knowledge. You become a fool. But let your learning become action. You become wealthy. I believe you have been blessed. Until I see you again, keep focusing on the bright side of life.